Welcome back. Captain Stancom here with the latest installment of the definitive guide to every clone trooper LEGO has ever made. And this is a subset of my Know Your Clone series here on YouTube. And if you'd like to see the rest of that series, I'll provide a link in the description below. And as always, before we get started, I'm just going to ask that you please subscribe to this channel. Got a lot of videos made so far. I'm still working my way through every clone trooper LEGO's ever made, so be sure to not only subscribe, but also turn on notifications, that way you know as soon as the latest video drops. And now that that's out of the way, let's jump into the video. And today we're going to be looking at the Clone Trooper pilot, specifically from the 501st Legion, in Phase 2 armor. And this minifigure came out in 2013 and was featured in only one set, the 75004 Z95 Headhunter. And one of those clone troopers appeared in that set. And this minifigure is based off of Star Wars The Clone Wars, specifically Darkness over Umbara, where he can be seen piloting a gunship as the ship lands to drop off the 501st Legion in the siege of Umbara. And it's a very quick scene, so I've provided a still image to try and give you a glimpse of where you see this clone trooper. And besides this brief appearance, he really doesn't show up again until Season 7, in which he appears in the Bad Batch episode as well as Old Friends Not Forgotten. And though he does briefly appear in those episodes, that is not really what this minifigure is based off of, because those episodes came out long after this clone trooper had already been made. So it seems that this minifigure really was more of concept art that was planning to be used more in the series and just ended up not being used, because any other time really throughout the series where you see clone troopers in this Phase 2 armor, the clone troopers are either in yellow, or if they are part of the 501st Legion, such as Hawk, they appear with a different helmet design rather than this black stripe on the top and then the blue on the sides of the helmet. So it's a really odd nuance to this particular clone trooper, but certainly still is a genuine canon clone trooper. It's just odd the way that he appears in the series. It's not really like very specific where he should have appeared. So taking a closer look at this clone trooper, we're first going to take a look at his helmet. Now this helmet is a unique print, and it also is a unique mold, and this is the only time that this mold is used not only on a clone trooper, but also in any minifigure in LEGO Star Wars. And this is only the second time that this has happened for clone troopers, the first one being the original clone trooper in Phase 1 armor from 2002. Next, removing his helmet, we'll then take a look at his head, and this is the standard animated clone trooper head. And this head is used on 19 different clone troopers, including this one. And then it also appears on the 2 Senate Commandos in the 8039 Venator class Republic Star Destroyer from 2009, as well as on the Senate Commando and the Senate Commando Captain in the 8128 Cad Bane Speeder from 2010. And then finally it was accidentally used on Anakin Skywalker in the 2011 88032 Play and Build Kit for Nintendo DS. Moving down to his torso, this is also a unique print for this torso, but attached to the torso are standard white arms, which, just like every other clone trooper LEGO has made, they are unprinted, and white arms are also very common among clone troopers. And then his hands are black, which are very common among clone troopers, with all but 10 clone troopers having black hands. And then finally, his legs with the black waistband and unprinted white legs appear in 27 different clone troopers, including this one, approximately a third of all the clone troopers LEGO has ever made. And this clone trooper doesn't really come with any accessories, except if you want to count the binoculars that come in the set, but I generally don't count those as true accessories. And then he also doesn't come with any weapons. And as of summer 2022, the average price for this clone trooper is between $20 and $29, depending on whether you purchase him new or used. And there you have it, the 501st Legion Clone Trooper pilot in Phase 2 armor. Certainly a nuanced clone trooper. I actually personally thought that he appeared in more until I actually researched him, but really he just has a very minor role, but still a really great clone trooper, an excellent addition to the clone trooper lineup. And that's where we're going to leave it until the next installment. And that next installment will feature the Phase 2 501st Legion Clone Trooper, the first version of it. So if you want to see that video, be sure to not only subscribe, but also turn on notifications, that way you know as soon as that video drops. And as always, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, I'd really appreciate a like. And until next time, this is Captain Stancom, signing out.